Chicago. The Chicago City Council on Friday passed a resolution declaring solidarity with Israel and condemning a brutal attack by Hamas over the weekend after pro-Palestinian protesters angrily disrupted the hearing. The council's only Jewish member, Debra Silverstein, introduced symbolic Israel solidarity resolution to show her support for Israel after Hamas militants launched a surprise attack from the Gaza Strip over weekend, killing hundreds and taking many more hostage. Silverstein said, "I call on my colleagues to be on the right side of history and to stand against the evil of Hamas. President Biden and Vice President Harris stand with Israel." During a special city council meeting to discuss Silverstein's decision, pro-Israel and pro-Palestinian demonstrators repeatedly shouted at each other, interrupting aldermen on the council floor. Mayor Brandon Johnson ordered police to evacuate public from the second-floor gallery of City Council chamber after protesters repeatedly ignored his calls for civility. Even though he said they had given him a final warning, some of these protesters had to be forcibly removed from the hall. Many in the crowd chanted "Shame on you" as he was escorted out. Richard Silverman was also among those who attended the demonstration to show their support for Israel. "Passing this resolution should be easy. It should be easiest thing any of you will do during your term on city council," he said during public comment period before people were ushered out of council chamber. The symbolic resolution condemning Hamas attacks on Israeli citizens first to be introduced earlier this week, but was met with great reaction, and today's special meeting called to discuss this resolution. GIS Even before city council members began discussing Silverstein's proposal. Council spent about 20 minutes debating whether they could vote on it Friday because it was introduced at the beginning of meeting. Johnson had ruled that city council members needed a two-thirds majority to suspend the council's normal rules to vote on the resolution, but it was rejected by a simple majority vote. It should be hard to condemn terrorism. It should be hard to condemn the killing of children. It's easy for me, said Ald. Brian Hopkins said the debate has finally begun. Meanwhile, pro-Palestinian protesters who were removed from council chamber-filled lobby on first floor of City Hall during meeting, chanting "Free, Free Palestine. I came here because I do not want bill to be passed in support of Israel, because I believe it is too one-sided and completely ignores the suffering of Palestinian people," ArsaLan Zahid said. Several city council members echoed criticism that resolution ignores the treatment Palestinian refugees as a result Israel's blockade Gaza and occupation West Bank. Opponents of the resolution criticized Israel's response to the Hamas attack, accusing Israel of indiscriminate airstrikes and ardments that endangered